Welcome. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into How to Talk to Anyone by Leil Lowndes, a book that claims to have 92 little tricks that can help you master the art of communication and build successful relationships. Whether you're looking to excel in your career, make new friends, or simply become more comfortable in social situations, this book promises to have something for everyone. As someone who's always eager to improve my own social skills, I was intrigued by the title and decided to see what it had to offer. So, let's explore the good, the bad, and everything in between. First, let's talk about the positives. Lowndes presents a wide array of practical, easy-to-implement tips that are designed to help you navigate social interactions with more confidence. If you're someone who feels nervous or awkward in social settings, this book offers a lot of actionable advice. For instance, she emphasizes the power of maintaining good eye contact and having confident body language. These are small adjustments, but they can have a huge impact on how others perceive you. When I put some of these tips into practice, like standing a bit taller or making sure to make steady eye contact, I noticed a shift in how people responded to me: more engagement, more warmth, and overall more positive interactions. One of the strengths of this book is how it breaks down the mechanics of conversation. Lowndes offers clear guidance on everything from starting a conversation to keeping it flowing smoothly and making sure it ends on a memorable note. She suggests asking open-ended questions to encourage others to share more and advises against giving short, closed responses that can kill a conversation. These tips are particularly useful if you're at a networking event or in a situation where you're meeting new people. I found her advice on being genuinely curious about others to be particularly effective. By focusing on the person you're speaking with and showing real interest in what they're saying, you can create a connection that feels natural and meaningful. But as I continued reading, I started to notice some aspects of the book that didn't sit as well with me. While the tips are undoubtedly practical, there's a certain level of calculation involved that can make the advice feel a bit manipulative. For example, one tip suggests delaying your smile by a couple of seconds to make it appear more sincere. While this might be a useful technique in some situations, it also feels a bit contrived. The idea of deliberately timing your smile to make it seem more genuine felt somewhat forced. As if I were putting on an act rather than just being myself. This leads to a broader concern I had with the book: the tone. Lowndes often uses terms like big winners and big cats, and there's a recurring theme of striving to climb the social ladder and impress the right people. The book sometimes feels like it's encouraging readers to put on a performance to gain favor with others, rather than fostering authentic connections. This might resonate with some, especially those in competitive professional environments, but for me, it raised questions about how genuine these interactions would be. I found myself wondering if following all these tips would make me more likable, or just more calculated. Another issue that stood out was the dated language and examples used in the book. Written in the late 1990s, some of the references, like the emphasis on business cards and phone calls, feel out of step with today's digital world. While some advice is timeless, other parts might not resonate as much with younger readers or those who work in modern, tech-driven environments. For example, Lowndes suggests leaving voicemails as part of her communication strategy, which isn't as relevant today when most of us are more likely to text or email. These moments made the book feel a bit disconnected from the realities of how we communicate in the 21st century. There's also the question of morality and ethics in the advice given. Some readers might find certain tips morally questionable, as they can come across as manipulative or insincere. For instance, Lowndes advises readers to mirror the body language and speech patterns of others to build rapport. While this is a well-known psychological technique, it can feel a bit disingenuous if done too deliberately. The book often treads a fine line between genuinely improving your social skills and using techniques that could be perceived as manipulative. For those who value authenticity and integrity in their interactions, this might be a sticking point. Despite these concerns, there are still elements of the book that can be valuable. For someone who struggles with social anxiety or simply wants to improve their networking abilities, How to Talk to Anyone provides a structured approach to tackling these challenges. The tips on how to start and sustain conversations, in particular, can be helpful tools for breaking the ice and making connections. If you're someone who feels overwhelmed in social settings, this book could offer you some useful strategies to build your confidence. In conclusion, How to Talk to Anyone is a mixed bag. It's packed with practical advice that can certainly help you navigate social situations more effectively. However, it's important to approach the book with a critical eye and consider how comfortable you are with the idea of using certain techniques. If you're looking for ways to enhance your social skills, you'll likely find some valuable takeaways here. But if you value authenticity above all else, you might find some of the advice a bit too calculated for your taste. If you're interested in exploring the book for yourself and seeing what you think, the link to get your copy is in the description. Thanks for listening, and I hope this review helps you decide if How to Talk to Anyone is the right book for you.